Hey everybody, Matthew Cole with West Shore Mortgage here in Sacramento. Today we're going to discuss a little bit about what happens after you close your escrow and what you need to pay attention to so that you don't get taken advantage of. All right, so you just closed your escrow. You just got your brand new home. Can't get a hold of your lender, can't get a hold of your realtor. What do you do now? Hopefully you work with better realtors and better lenders so that that's not the case, but sometimes that is not. Typically what's going to happen after you close is you're going to get a massive amount of mail. You're going to get a lot of stuff. It's all public data, so be real careful on the stuff that you get because some of the stuff is going to be asking you for payments on things. Hey, pay $75 or pay $150 to have your deed sent to you. You don't have to do that. So if you get a bunch of junk in the mail, always make sure that you're still communicating with your loan officer or your real estate agent to make sure that you're confirming with them that the stuff that you're getting is legit or it's not. You're also going to receive what's called a supplemental tax bill. This is typical for a home buyer, not a refinance, but a home buyer who just purchased a home. This is going to be the difference between what the seller paid taxes and what your new tax rate is going to be. You usually won't get this for a few months down the road after you've already closed, sometimes even up to 8 to 10 months because of the way the tax bills fall. It's never really a big bill. It's usually between a couple $100 to maybe $1,000 to $1,500 at the most that I've ever seen. But typically you're going to be in that $300 to $700 to $800 range for your supplemental tax bill. Hopefully by seeing this message and you haven't got your supplemental tax bill or you don't know anything about it, you can potentially reach out to the real estate agent or the escrow officer to kind of guide you on how much that will be. When you do get your supplemental tax bill, I recommend you always call your service provider, being the person that you make your payments to, in regards to seeing if they could pay that amount for you. That way you're not coming out of pocket to make that payment. Most of the time, the servicer could make it out of the impound account for your taxes and insurance. The biggest question I get is when a borrower closes is, how do I make my first payment? Typically, your first payment is going to be due within 30 to 60 days of closing. So you're going to want to pay attention to how that's done. I would say most service providers or most lending companies out there are going to provide payment coupons within the funding package that you brought home after your signing. Big old stack of paper. Typically, a good notary or somebody will pull it out and put it right on front of the stack for you and say, you need this is what's going to be making your first payment. But if they don't, you're going to have to sift through those pages. Typically, ours is about halfway through the package, but typically there's going to be 2 payment coupons on there until your loan gets set up with what's called your service provider. That's going to be who you make your payments to monthly moving forward. Always confirm any stuff you get in the mail because of the scamming processes that are happening right now in regards to people saying, make your payment to this company, and that's not the case. You're sending it to the wrong company, they're keeping your payment. So your first payment is typically due, and you usually will use your little payment coupon there, write your check and send it in the mail. The biggest thing I would recommend, and hopefully you've already done this, is making sure all your mail is forwarded, all from your previous address. Make sure your SMUD, all your bills, all your previous stuff, the stuff that you might have canceled or terminated because they don't have that service at your new home. The last thing you want to do is have a collection or a billing company say they can't reach you and throw a collection or say you owed them money and you not know. So make sure you're forwarding your address. Make sure you're getting the last bill from all of the services you had to terminate. Hopefully you just were able to roll everything over to the new place, but anything you had to terminate, I would highly recommend that you reach out to them, ask them for the total amount owed, and make sure that there's nothing straggling in the wind, because I see too many people get collections because they moved location and get a collection for 25 bucks. Credit just got hit 100 points. Deadly. So if you have any questions about what to do next, reach out to me. Hopefully you're already working with someone that's guiding you along the process, but if you're not, you can always reach me. I'm super available, but I hope to help you, and good luck with your new home.